Live television is fun if you get it right. You know, if it's wrong, let's face it, you wind up in the ding-dong room at Camarillo. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the second edition of the Playa Vista Party Dog Show on YouTube. I'm John Harber, and thank you for joining us again tonight. Put that back. Okay, folks. Have you heard about Beyonce's new clothing line for young kids? One well-known columnist, Michelle Malkin, who's also a contributor for Fox News, called it pedophilia chic. And she did a column about this a week ago, saying that the soft porn image of Disney teen queen Miley Cyrus wearing nothing but ruby-stained lips and a bedsheet in Vanity Fair magazine was disturbing. You haven't seen nothing yet. You see, Beyonce, now Mrs. Jay-Z, who is only 27, and her fashion designer mother has launched a girls' clothing line that makes, according to Malkin, Miley's bareback glam session look like a Shirley Temple photo shoot. The Knowles, Beyonce's, who of course her full name is Beyonce Knowles Jay-Z. I don't know what Jay-Z's real name is. I don't have it off the top of my head. I'm sure someone will send that to me on the various addresses you'll see at the end of the program. But other than that, what's going on here? Anyway, the family business is called House Darion. And they had a Darion girls collection with young models who look no older than maybe 7 years old. They are seductively posed and tarted up, John Benet Ramsey style, with bright lipstick, blush, and face powder. Draped in bling, several of the girls sport leather jackets and studded accessories. They're starting them at 7 years old. Holy mackerel, what's going on here? Now, one of the children wears sparkly, killer high heels, who look more like Pussycat Doll than Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow. Whoops. Pardon me. I got in my karaoke mood there for a moment. And another slouches, gangsta style with a neon pink boa, leopard skin fedora, and stilettos. An even younger model is a toddler-aged Beyonce mini-me with huge hair, skinny jeans, spike-heeled leather boots, and attitude to match. Now, Abercrombie and Fitch propped an outrage a few years ago with his line of thongs for elementary school girls and pedophilia cheek catalogs. And of course, Calvin Klein started it all with 15-year-old Brooke Shields purring that nothing comes between me and my Calvins. Remember that one, folks? But the House of Darion photo spread sinks even lower. It's sick and it's wrong, according to Michelle Malkin. And it's not just social conservatives who first said so. Fashion and celebrity websites have been buzzing with outrage over the past week over this House of Darion children's collection. Pimp my kid, declared one blogger. Darion girls add to adult, contorted another. Gossip King Perez Hilton polled readers on whether the ad was appropriate, and the overwhelming consensus was, hell no! You know, the creepiness factor is heightened by the fact that women were responsible for marketing this child exploitation. And Michelle Malkin asked, and I'll ask the same question too, where was Beyonce's mother to tell her daughter to wipe all the gunk off the Darion models' faces? However, Beyonce's mother, who helped manage the bootylicious singer's career in childhood, is her eager and willing partner in crime. Now, as for the mothers of the new crop of little girls gone wild models, they were undoubtedly thrilled to see their daughters painted up and posing like the Victoria's Secret's angels in training. If we learned anything from Lindsay Lohan and her hard-partying mother, it is the Lolita posing apple doesn't drop far from the bosom flaunting tree. That's what Michelle Malkin writes, folks. I'm just quoting from her column. Now, what else is next? 9-year-olds performing stripper routines on poles? Well, no, wait, check that. That's already been done. That occurred last fall on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, when the grade school-age daughters of Olympic star Bruce Jenner strapped on stilettos and twirled around a stripper pole in their parents' bedroom, and family cheered it on. Future house of Ariana no clients, no doubt. Now, by the way, Beyonce's clothing line is available at Macy's and other fine establishments willing to carry titillating topwear. Titillating topwear. I wonder if that's any relation to titillating Teddy, you know, the columnist who does the awful truth for E, E Online. Now, it looks like the Forever 21 culture that plays in Hollywood, Halloween, prom season, every season in between, has now reached down into the little kiddies again. And in decent world, 7 has become the new 21. Now, shouldn't a child's innocence last longer than a porn star's quarter-ounce pot of lip gloss? Good question. I don't know. But it's really disgusting. 7-year-olds? Didn't we go through that with John Benet Ramsey, for crying out loud? Oh, I don't know. Well, you'll hear more about this story. You can find out when you go to Macy's about Beyonce's new clothing line. Then you can decide for yourself, you know. Like Fox News, we report, you decide. Okay. Now, let's get to Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. Last Tuesday night, a week ago, they were having a private party at Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. And one of the highlights of this party, well, did you hear about the box that Mariah and Nick carried around? Well, what was in this box? Well, here's a hint. Okay, how come my thing isn't firing? What's going on here? Since we're on live television, I'll go over to the next room and I'll do the sound effect myself. So just listen to me for just a moment, okay? We're going to go in the next room. But where else do you get entertainment like this? Uh-oh, now my wire, I don't have enough wire for this. Hold on. Well, I thought this had more wire to it. Okay, but it's going to have to be a stretch. So, this is what the little box had. Listen. Boy, these low-flow toilets are crap. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Those low-flow toilets are crap. Crap, crap, crap. Well, anyway, a wild time was had by all, but that little box at the porta potty, that was kind of the highlight of the night to keep Mariah Carey happy. and her party having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have. Boy, I got to do some work on my equipment. I'll have to see if my batteries have gone dead here, but we'll be doing that right now. We'll be back with our final segment of tonight's Party Dog Show. It'll be time for John's True Confessions. And after this show, I may have a true confession of my own. I may need a tranquilizer. We'll be back with more in a moment. You're watching the Playa Vista Party Dog Show. Television's Answers right here on YouTube. I'm John Harber, and we'll be back in just a moment.